Okay. If you read the sign in the front, on the top, I mean in the down below, I mean in the doohickey, you would see that this would be very boring. It's going to be very boring because I'm just really testing something. I'm, oh, you know what? I just thought of something. I just got up out of the bed and hang on a minute. Now I gotta check something. Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. I can't see what nobody's saying if I don't turn on my phone. And it says that there's 8 viewers. Holy moly. Okay, just a minute, you guys, while I'm turning on my telephone. Oh, it says I only have 16% of battery life in this telephone. So just hang on a minute. Now just hang on a minute. And I see there's a few there, so chat amongst yourself just for a minute. I don't know. I may not be able to do this because I don't know. Just a minute. What I'm looking for now is my, you know what? Hang on. I got to go get my battery pack for this phone because it's only got 7. See, I wasn't thinking about this. Well, I never think. Hang on. Hang right on. Hang right on. Hang on. Or leave. It's okay. You might be too tired. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay. Now, see, I got my battery pack. See, I kind of didn't I said I'm going to put this on live, but then my brain didn't tell my other brain. I got 2 brains. I have 2 brains in my head. One's size of a pea and the other one's a little bitty thing. So now what I'm doing is, who knows what I'm doing? I don't ever know what I'm doing. I'm flipping around this little thing that holds my telephone to where kind of gives me an extra hand. And so it's like a little tripod thing on my jiggy. But I got to turn it here somehow. How did I do that? I've done this before. Let me see. I'm going to just. Now, let me tell you what I did is I woke up early because my dogs were barking and they woke me up. I can do this. I know I can do this. Elizabeth, 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 you know you can do this. Okay, let me see. It still says there's 6 viewers there, but I don't see you because oh, wait a minute. I can go right here. Just a minute. I'll just go like this here. And then I can, no, I don't want to update nothing. And then I can go, oh, right there. Look, now it says there's 7 watching. And then I go here to live chat and it says, holy smokes. See, what I was thinking, actually, you guys, what was going through my head was that I said to some people that I was going to try and go live early in the morning sometime. And then that would maybe let people, then maybe I could see my friends that live on the other side of the Atlantic River. And oh, look. All these, and there's Di. Now, what time is it where you're at? If you're in another country, oh, yeah, sleepwalking. Gosh, Jane, do you ever sleep? I don't think Jane ever sleeps. Look at you all that's out here. Just look at you all. Yeah. Um, I just thought, I should do one video a week that's like early in the morning, and then yeah, that green embossing powder. There's still some scooting around here too. Let's see, it's 3:45 in Texas. Yeah, holy smokes. Yep. So anyhow, 9:47 in UK. Okay, so you're not sleeping. Um, very boring. Um, and then in New Zealand, Diane says it's something 47. Okay, now 8:47. Okay, that's over in there in East Duadiddy. I mean, New Zealand. Yes. Oh, good. And here it's 6:45 on Saturday night over where Janet Burton lives. And Muggsy Makes is there, and Carla is there, and Mish is there. Yeah, it's probably an arty thing that nobody sleeps. And Australia is Janet. That is cool. Okay, I'm just gonna put this little tripod right there so I can see my little chat when I look my head up. When I lift my head up and look. I really wasn't doing anything this morning. I'm always crafting. I don't care if it's what time it is. I just am crafting. And so, because I'm a crafting fool. And but now when I was watching somebody's live the other day, I I was just gluing scraps of paper to what this here thing is wait a minute, let me think. What am I doing here? 3.5 cutting. What this I was just gluing scraps of paper to um um a file folder because it will make tags out of them. See that was, what did I cut that one at? 3.5. Yeah, I'm gonna make this one 3. I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go 3. But I was just doing that, and and now the dry, so I'm just got my guillotine cutter out here. This thing is a honker, I'm telling you. Boy, I could cut somebody's head off with this probably. Although there's nobody out there that I want to cut anybody's head off. And Jennifer Sitton is on her break at work. Gosh, who would want to be working at? What time is it here? It's 4:52 here, so it's almost 5 a.m. And so I thought I would just kind of get online while I cut up some tags. I'm just going to cut up some tags of different sizes because see, all of this, I just decoupaged it on there. That's what I was doing. I don't know who I was watching. I was watching somebody live, and sometimes when I'm not prepared to do what the live streamer is doing, then I just do something else. And so, but I can't do nothing. I can't just sit here and watch and do nothing. So I cut. I just do stuff. And so, oh, I didn't get my garbage can close enough to me. There we go. Now, so, oh, howdy, Popo. I haven't seen you, Susan, for a while. I, I don't. Now, howdy, Popo, Susan. Where do you live? Do you live across the Atlantic River? Saturday morning, almost 2 a.m. here. Oh, Muggsy, you're up in the middle of the night. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut this one. Let's see, it's 5. I just have odd size tags, you know, when I make my tags. I just have a mismatch of sizes. I don't do anything like correctly. I just do things. So, but see, I've got plans to make these kits. Well, they're not actually a kit, it's just a collection. And it's just like a collection of ephemera. You know how I was told to remember that word because I couldn't remember the word, you know, because I'm not into all them big words like that. And so somebody says, just think of an FM radio, and they say FM Mara. And so now I always remember the word. But I'm just going to make a bunch of tags because like I said 100 times, I repeat myself a lot. I do repeat myself a lot. But look at all them folks. There's 15 viewers at 5 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, in my time, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. But I want to figure out a time that I can do a regularly scheduled just a minute. You know, I can't think and talk at the same time. So this is 9.5 inches long, so I want it to cut it in half. So I'll cut it at 5 1/4. I think it's about right. About 5 1/4. That's about like that. That's not right. No, because that would be okay. So, Mugsy, yeah, I'm up early. I got up because my dogs was barking, and I had to haste them up. I had to haste them up before the neighbors called the police. Although the neighbors, they wouldn't have called the police, but I didn't get that exactly cut in half, but that's okay. But then, so then I just cut the corners off. You know, I'd cut one corner off first and use it for the pattern for the next corner. I guess I should leave this thing up. See, and then I have my tag. And so, but I'm making a collection of, oh my gosh, of course Stacy is awake. She's another one like me. She's like up at the weirdest hours. But yeah, I just thought I would go online early. I looked first to see if anybody was on live. Nobody was on live. So I figured I would just jump in. I mean, there's probably people on live. I like these scissors, except one thing. They got this little lock thing that locks them shut for safety purposes, I guess. But that thing keeps going upwards. And then when I go to scissor, then it doesn't close all the way. So I got to keep flipping back downwards. Yeah. Look at there is Artsology. Goodness. All you beautiful people. And you'd think that I was doing some fancy, but I'm not. Did y'all watch my video last night? I made a video last night of my paint pour that was probably the most perfect fail ever. And oh heck, I'm not even gonna measure this. I'm just gonna eyeball it till it looks half. It was an epic fail. My sink strainer painting pour, but it still turned out okay. It didn't turn out anything like it was supposed to, because it was supposed to kind of look like a peacock tail. But it was my first time with the strainer, with the strainer. Yeah, you know, strainer. And so nothing worked as it was supposed to. But I got some comments that maybe somebody said they thought my paint was a little too thick. I'll have to read again. And so I'm going to try it again. In fact, all my stuff is still out there on my kitchen counter. And so I'll probably try that later again this morning. And if I don't go back to bed, yeah, you never know. And so I'll get my tush out there and try it again. But I couldn't try it again last night because I didn't have no place else to lay my canvases for them to dry. So everything's just sitting out there. I'm not very organized or coordinated or any of that stuff. But these tags, when I get them made up, are going to go in my little grab bags that I'm putting on my Etsy store. And there's going to be tags and envelopes and well, all different kinds of stuff. In fact, maybe later this afternoon, I'll have one put together completely so I can, and I'll do a video and take pictures of it because you got to take pictures to put on. Oh, wait a minute. I got to have a slurp of this coffee. Ah, that's lovely. That hazelnut creamer, man, that's good. Gracie, the grandma to be, she is down under. So what time is it over there, Gracie? At least you're not sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Gracie she's in down under. She's over there in Australia. Yep. Golly, Mom, I got 23 viewers. I don't know if that's famous or it's just because I'm the only one on. I think it's because I'm famous. I'll just take that one as I'm all that famous. Famous. We have a furniture store, appliance store, something called Famous Tates. Gosh, you guys are awesome. It's a good thing you got each other to talk to because I think I could be boring if you allowed me to. But yeah, I did make a video last night. I just post. I don't edit nothing. I just post it because I figure if you post your fails, if you post your failing videos, then people know you don't have to be perfect, and then you're also teaching people what not to do. So that's what I did. Yeah. So what is today? September the 8th. Is it Saturday? Yeah, it's Saturday. That's right. I had Jeffrey last night. And so it is Saturday all day long unless it rains. If it rains, then it's a rainy day. Yeah. So that's it. Okay, so here, see, now when you're cutting your corners, if you cut one corner off and then just flip it over backwards on the other corner, everybody probably already knows this, but I'm just pretending like I'm a know-it-all. And so, and then cut that other one just exactly the same. Then you have your tag is all pretty full. I'm going to have these are a little warped. So what I'll probably do is I got a book press thing. I mean, a book press. It is the coolest thing. I got it from off of Craigslist, and the hubster had to drive like 30 miles to get it. But he did because he'll do anything I ask him. And but I asked him to go rob me a bank, but he didn't. He didn't go rob me a bank. I asked him to. And he said, "No, I don't believe I'm going to go rob you a bank." I said, "But I need to go to Michael's." And you said you'd do anything in the world for me. He said, I told him, but he said he wasn't going to rob the bank. Doggone it. So much for that. So I couldn't go to Michael's because they had no money. But I didn't really need anything anyway. I just wanted to go window shopping. Yeah. Yeah, that the book press is awesome because it's got like a little crank on the top, and you can mash things. Um Janet, what I did was I took a file folder, an old used up file folder. Oh no, this one isn't a file. This one was just a piece of craft cardstock. But most of them that I've got hanging, I got me a clothesline. I hung it up above me here. I learned that from Katrine because she's got a clothesline in her kitchen. She hangs papers from. And I said, well, what the heck? I can do that. And so I did that, and I hang them up there with clothespins to dry. I think it's pretty doggone awesome. And but anyway, while I was watching somebody else's live stream, I was just taking paper scraps and gluing them onto these papers. And then I'd hang them up on my clothesline, and so that they would dry. Well, I did that yesterday, so now I did that last night. Maybe I did it last night. I don't know who I was watching, but maybe I was watching Stacy. Gosh, my memory just absolutely is no good. It's no good, my memory, which is probably a good thing. So if anybody is mean to me or anything, I'd never remember it. So yeah. Although this is just not my living room. Did you make it in there? No, this is, although my living room, well, actually, if you watched my video yesterday, because I was walking around with the telephone and I was telephoning on my video. No, I wasn't telephoning on my video. I was videoing on my telephone, but I kind of was walking around out there in the kitchen, in the living room wannabe area, and the dining room area. And I said in that video, I said, well, there's my living room, or a place that I art. Yeah. Dumbo. I don't have no Dumbo. Nothing. Right now I'm in a spare bedroom. This was a spare bedroom. Like I guess most people would make it into like a guest. And but I don't see that. If you make a guest room, that's all nice and good, because then your guests have a place to stay. But what if you don't want guests to stay overnight? What if you want your guests just to eat and run? So I don't make anything very. Actually, I got 2 spare bedrooms now that the kids are like all old and stuff. And so I have 2 extra bedrooms, and both of them are crammed full of crafty stuff. Or stuff, I'm a borderline hoarder, but I was watching hoarder videos. I watched a bunch. I watched a bunch of hoarder videos thinking that it would give me the inspiration as not to be a hoarder. And yeah, that didn't go over too good. I felt bad for the hoarders. Now, and there's Miss Aussie Mom right there. Yep. What if they come and they don't want to go home? They can sleep on the floor, I guess. They can sleep on the floor. Sure. They can stay as long as they want. Sleep on the floor. Really, I do like overnight company. I'm just being sassy. Like Miss Sassy Pants. You have things to do, Mugsy? I hope it's craft related. Yeah. But so I have, my living room is full of stuff. Treasures. They're just treasures. There's nothing but treasures. I'm not a hoarder. When I watched them hoarding things, oh, I had to quit watching them because, oh my gosh. I don't know it's not, I know people, all the comments they make and stuff, and they say such mean things about the hoarder. And like there was one I watched that the two adult children came because their mother was a hoarder. And I thought, what in the world? How could you talk so mean to your mother, even if she is a hoarder? Because they did say that hoarding is like a mental illness. But that's if you hoard like even your garbage, and don't ever throw anything in the garbage. But if your mom has a problem with hoarding, why did you let her get so bad till you feel like you have to hate her? I mean, it's help her. I just feel like, well, my mom is the angel in heaven already, but I think I would go help her before it got so bad. And then even if I had to, go from another city and another state to go and help her because the video people were going to be there video, I wouldn't be mean to her and call her lazy and stuff. I wouldn't do that. That would be too mean. And so I had to quit watching them because I can't stand mean people. I cannot stand it. I don't care what your story is. If your mom is a lazy alcoholic smoker, whatever you do bad to person, she's your mother. Help her. Now see, look at there. That's kind of a pretty tag, just with that little bit of string on there. Because this here eyelash trim that I got in Happy Meal made me very happy. It's just all different colors. And so I just won a package from Miss Dai, and I got it in the mail, and it's got lace and washi trims and stuff. Not washi, this stuff, eyelash trims. But look at there, see. Oh, and then you know what? I like to round the corners on the bottom. Too. Oh, oh, there we go. That's a pretty tag. And all it is, this is a piece of a vanilla folder. Yeah, like vanilla ice cream. Yeah, we don't live in their shoes. I know it. We can't hardly, but it's still, especially, I'm a what do you call it? Mental illness is something that I have mental illness in my family. Well, me, but I have a mental illness. I'm on medication and I see a therapist, and I have some PTSD going on. That's a mental illness. But I have compassion for mental illness. Anybody with mental illness, they didn't choose. They didn't choose to have their mental illness. They did not choose that. And and they can't just turn it off. They can't just say, okay, I don't want this anymore and not have it. And so, I I have compassion for those who suffer, and I know they're hard to live with. They might be, I'm hard to live with. And so they're hard to live with. They've got these problems, and 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 you gotta love them. It's no, yeah. You shouldn't be mean. You should not be mean. You should be loving, accepting, and help as much as you can. when I was growing up, my dream was to become a social worker. Well, I started having children and just figured all I'm ever going to be was a mama. But I never did become a social worker. But I wanted to help people that needed help. I was, even as a teenager, I was already like, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but I always, the child that was bullied, I wanted to go protect that child. And I wanted to throw the bully under the bus. Although now I'm learning that most of the bullies are the ones with the problems. They've got problems. And so, even they, and they take their anger comes out sideways and then make them into a bully. But then usually the ones that are bullied, a lot of times those are the ones that have problems, true, and they don't deserve to be bullied. So I want to fix the world. How in the world can I do this? I need help. I need help. I worry about everybody. I just, so many people. But yeah, when watching those hoarding shows, I really felt bad for the hoarder. But those that come in that are trained to help them, usually they treat them with the utmost kindness, and they have the patience of a saint. And but and like that last one I was watching, I turned off because the two adult children were being so mean to their mother, so mean. I wanted to jump through that screen and just strangle them. I guess that wouldn't have been good either, but I had to turn it off. I said I cannot watch that. But it did make me kind of look around and to see, well, what can I get rid of here? I have 26 bored people. Oh, good. Jeffrey will tell me, my grandson, he'll tell me sometimes because I'm bored. I said, well, get me a hammer and nails and I'll make a tree house out of you. So he doesn't tell me I'm bored. I said, well, I thought you said you were bored. You're bored. If I have a board and a hammer, I can build a tree house. But yeah. So, but yeah. So anyway, I looked around and I found one thing I could throw away. And you know what? It was the weirdest thing. It was the weirdest thing because I did go in and I had a stack of paper bags that I threw away that I was saving. I threw them away. And then I had this big aluminum disposable, like a tray. And I just had it stuffed between the counter and the refrigerator. And I said, well, I've never used this. I'll throw that away. So I felt pretty good that I threw a couple things away. And then last night when I got busy doing my pours, my paint pours, I said, you know what? I need that tray that I threw away. I needed the tray that I threw away. See, so how do you figure out what you should throw away? Because you might need it tomorrow, just like I needed that tray. So yeah, so I had a roll of wallpaper and I just put some wallpaper, which the wallpaper is still laying on my kitchen counter because I figured I'm gonna let that dry. The paint that dripped on there, I'm gonna let it dry and see what that looks like after it's dry. And who knows? Maybe I'll make wallpaper tags out of the paint, the painty wallpaper. Oh, you got stamps, Gracie, and in the kids section at the charity shop. That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. There's Jessica. Jessica wrapped 2 silver oranges. 2 silver oranges. That's cool. Hi, so glad that you stopped by. And there's Art Solici. I have 31 viewers at this hour of the morning. Isn't that something? I got my whole day still ahead of me. My whole day. I can do whatever I want. It's nice to be retired. Somebody's sending me messages. A little too early. I'm gaining 32 Wozers. That's cool. I'm getting a lot of tags here. These are cool. I like that the tags with the I like this um eyelash trim because it kind of matches along with the scrap paper. Your the scrap paper tags, scrap paper tags. Like it looks like a quilt, like a crazy quilt. Oh, you know what would be fun to take in the sew along those edges. With this, I may do that on a few of them. If you sew along just the edges of each scrap, that'd be a pretty awesome tag. You'd never know. You just never know what you're gonna get yet. So, but if you just play with stuff, oh, thank you, April. April Sherrier. Thank you so much. You're almost like an April shower. April shower brings me flower. So that is wonderful. Now, oops, ouch. What? Not that, not that. This. I have to punch a hole. Punch a hole in my tag. But see, I made a bunch of pockets, like a couple hundred pockets out of book pages, because I'm in that recycling mode, you know. Just yeah, I just like to recycle things. And so I was using pages of a cookbook, and I made every page in that cookbook is now a pocket. So, but before I put the pockets in to my little kits that I planned, that I'm gonna make like about $1 million, about $1 million, maybe $1.5 million. What will I do with all that money? But just a minute, I'm drinking my coffee. Oh. Look at all them peeps. See, what I know you're gonna have to set up, guys, see, is the grandparents' corner. Betty in Israel. Hi, Betty in Israel. How wonderful. Israel. See, that's what I was hoping for, is that if I went online, I'm live, and yeah, I'll give you the half, Gracie. that maybe people, there's Cynthia McCoy. That if I went on live early in the morning, that maybe I would see people from the other side of the Atlantic River, you know, because they're way the heck over there, way in the heck and gone over there on the other side of the river. Yes, we could heal the world. Gosh, I want to heal the world. Yeah. Oh, so anyhow, oh, then I wanted to corner around these little boogers too. Give them a little round corner. Oops, I think I want this smaller. Sammy, you out there? Just push the door, Sammy. It's not latched. So, whoopsie daisies. See that? My phone. World peace. Boy, would that be nice. Yeah, if everybody would just quit being grouchy. If they would just quit being grouchy, we could have world peace. But there's some of them grouchy ones out there, and they want to keep us all in the havoc. But I don't think that, you know what I want to do even? I want to go in a haunted house. Now, this is why I was I was watching some videos about haunted houses, and in haunted, there's apparently a lot of, yeah, they just need to knock it off and behave. There's like asylums that they say are haunted. But what they said about this one was this one real old asylum. It's haunted. There's people in there, spirits. And and if we could provide basic needs for everyone on earth, I think it would be a great start. That's too Mugsy. I just started. I there's a program over there in Uganda where this I guess it's almost like a person. I don't know. It's a group that's over there trying to help families in Uganda. And I've been following them on Facebook. And I finally decided that I'm going to support one family. $30. You give $30, and that will allow that family to eat for an entire month. 30 American dollars, an entire month is for a family. And so I decided I'm going to do that. And so, yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing $30 a month to help one family. And that's not a lot of money, because now, see, I have got, I don't know how much, 3,000. I don't know. I got a bunch of subscribers. And so then when somebody watches the advertisements on these videos that I make, then I get paid from YouTube. Not a lot of money. They don't pay you a lot of money. I mean, it's, there's nickels and dimes. But it's enough that's my money. That's my money. What comes in that little bit each month, that's mine. And so I can do with it as I please. The Hubster and I each have an income from the social security people, and that's what we live on. And it's just all enough. It's all enough. But then, so that what I get in my Etsy store and whatnot, that's mine to do with as I please. And water for people is a great cause too, providing clean resources for water in all parts of the world. That's true too, Jessica. That is wonderful. But and since my money is for whatever I want to do, this is 11 and a half, 5.5, or 5 or 6, or about this much. On about this much. And yeah, and so that's what I want to do. And that makes you feel good. That makes you feel good to be able to help somebody that needs help like that. And now I had somebody tell me, well, we have got all these people in the United States that need help. Well, yes, we do. We do. We have some, but there really is a lot of help in our United States. And what's that on there, crooked or something? Let me see. What am I doing? What am I doing? What you doing, Elizabeth? So yeah, so you can help people here. Yes, you can. but I just felt the need to help these children or these families in Uganda. There's another lady that is in one of the groups that I was talking to, and she actually went to Uganda. And so she actually went to Uganda and to see, I guess, if you know how much help they really need or something. She went over there, and so I asked her about it, and that's when I kind of learned, yes, this is real. You got to be careful of scams. So sometimes there's scammers out there that they say they're helping, but they really are not. They're just helping their own pocketbook. So you got to be careful of those folks. But I did little research and found that these ones were really on the up and up. And so so I said, yep, this is what I'm going to help. This is where my heart is leading me right now. And then I don't want to get like on a, you know, there are some good churches out there. Don't get me wrong on this one. But I do have, you know, I do have like issues, you know, when I see, you know, and nothing against the pastors and preachers and ministers that are out there ministering to other people, but why do they live in a castle? Why do they live in a castle? Why do they drive a Cadillac with gold rims on it? Why do they wear thousands of dollars worth of silk suits? And this money is coming from poor people that are paying their tithes and stuff in the church. And then the pastors running around in high dollar shiny shoes. And yeah, that's my gripe at the moment. So yeah, you got to be careful where you put your money. Who you pick and choose who you want to help. Okay, I'll quit that now. I got off my soapbox. I'm off my soapbox. That's right, Gracie. Jesus didn't have a home. I just feel so blessed. I have got a home. Got a home to live in. I got food to eat. I have an income. We have an old rattle trap truck, but it runs good. Well, sort of. I told my husband though, because his door won't open, his door doesn't open, and his window doesn't go down on his side. And so I have to get out my side of the truck and go let him out. If he goes somewhere by himself, he's got to crawl over and get out out of the passenger side of the truck. And so I told him, I said, if you don't get that thing, I'm going to divorce you. And so he says, yeah, I'm going to go to the junkyard, see if I can find a door. Yeah, he could probably fix it. My daughter said she's going to check it on YouTube. She can find a YouTube that'll tell her how to fix the door, and she'll fix it for Papa. Yep. Okay, now. Yes, this is one honker of a guillotine cutter. I've had this one for like a long, long time, and it really has been a good cutter. Let me use these scissors instead of these ones. Okay. Oh, there's Sammy. Hi, Sammy, girlfriend. Did you wake up? Okay. We only have one dog that's allowed in the house. Yeah, 4 dogs, but only one is allowed in the house anymore, and that's little Sammy, because Sammy is a little spoiled because she is almost. Well, I'm not putting my hand under the blade, love. I am I'm not putting my hand under the blade. I see here, this handle right here, this, I have to push this down to hold the piece of paper so it doesn't move when I cut it. And so I it's got this little handle, and it's kind of a safety feature. And so I get the paper under there and get that on there straight. And then I hold that handle down, which holds, I can't get my finger, my fingers can't fit under there anyway. They won't fit underneath there. But this handle down is what holds that paper tight, because there's like a rubber gasket or something underneath there. So I get it under there. That's up there, so it's not in my way. And then when I get it lined up and ready to cut, I push this down, and my hand is on this, and I can't. And I think it's pretty awesome. I like that it holds that real still and straight. Now, see, I got my hand under there right now, but that handle isn't going nowhere. And I hold that, this thing, and life is all good in the hood. All good in the hood. You're so welcome, Arts. I'm so glad you stopped by. Thank you so much. On the spur of the moment, no plan, just do it. Who says that? Nike. Nike says just do it. So, but yeah, I find this to be very safe. Much safer than the last one I had. The last one I had, this here handle broke off. I use things until they're used up. So, yep. So, by the time I get these tags done today, well, I should never say get them done, because I never know if I'm going to get something done, because I go from one project to the next. And sometimes I just don't have a plan. I can be in the middle of a project and just decide to change. Because usually I am watching, oh, is Karen leaving? Bye-bye, Karen. Thank you for coming by. You have to go. Okay, thanks for stopping by. That's wonderful. And so, yeah, I just flip from one project to another without even blinking an eye, because I'll be watching a video maybe while I'm doing a project, and then whatever's on the video, I say, oh, I want to try that. And I just kind of push aside what I'm doing and start the new one. That's how I work. I have one friend. She's a dear friend. I swear she's a dear friend. She is so organized. She starts one project and she does not start another one until that one is finished. And she kind of thinks that I should do that too. Oh, she's been to my house a few times, but my house is so different than hers. Oh, so different, because my house, we live in every inch of our house. Now, in her house, she's got a room that's her craft room. She's in there. And then her hubster pretty much stays in the living room and in one chair and watches TV. They're retired as well. They're like the same ages as me and Papa. And but they never go in their living room. And then they have like a spare room that is like a bedroom. They never go in that. It's just like a bedroom, just in case they get company. Just in case they get company. Boy, that spare room would be my craft room. I would be making it into a craft room. And she goes through her house on a regular basis to find things to get rid of, to send to the thrift store or something. Yeah, she's really organized. And she doesn't have her soup in alphabetical order than those. So I told her that was at least one good quality she had. So yeah, so since she has that one good quality, I keep her as a friend. Told her if she gets any more organized, OCD, I'm finding me a new friend. I wouldn't know because I love her dearly. But yeah, that's the way it goes. So you didn't miss much on my end, Gracie. Um, I don't know if people call you Grace or Graces. Gracie. I just like to call you Gracie because I love that name. So I'll just go call you Gracie. Pretty soon it's going to be Grandma Gracie. So when are you going to be a grandma, Grace? What month? Grace. Okay, I'll try to just call you Grace. But I think about who was that? Oh, only oh good. I think about that show. Who was that? Who was that guy in Gracie? Allen. Gracie Allen and George Burns. March, that's when you're going to be. Oh, that's wonderful. I can hardly wait. It's not that far away. Time just flies. Oh, time just flies. March is going to be here before you know it, and you'll be a grandma. And then, like, I was talking to my daughter yesterday. I can't believe Jeffrey is 10 years old. In another 10 years, which seems like this 10 years is just flipped by so quickly. And in another 10 years, he's going to be 20. And it's, that's crazy. These kids just start growing up so fast and they're so smart. No, this doesn't go this way. This goes this way. My 2-year-old granddaughter, Aria, she knows all her colors. She can count. She knows her alphabet. She's 2 years old. But see, oh, it's dinner time. Oh, that sounds good. I'm ready for dinner at 6. What time is it? 5:42. But the parents are real of my granddaughter. They're real. You want her to learn this stuff. They want her to learn this stuff because they want her to be a genius. I said, well, got to give her some time to play. That's kind of important. I watched a show one time on where they were comparing. Now, this was done in Finland. The show was how some schools in Finland, how they let the child decide when they want to start learning. Now, I don't know that this is all the schools or if this was a special school. I don't know. But they let the child decide. So the child starts kindergarten or whatever they call it over there. And my whole puncher. There it is. The child starts kindergarten and all they do is play. Then they go to the first grade. If they want to play, fine. Just play. If they want to learn, if they are showing that they want to learn their numbers and their letters and their colors or whatever, then that's fine. They're going to teach them. If they go on to the 4th grade or whatever before they ever want to start learning, if they go that far, then that's it. They allow that child to play with others and they get graded on how well they get along with others. So what they did was they did a comparison then on fifth graders in Finland and fifth graders here in the States on this group that they were testing. And when they did the test in the fifth grade to see where these children were at what level of learning, they were exactly the same. Their scores were exactly the same in this test that they did. And but do you know how important it is to get along well with others? We were just talking about world peace. Yes, we need to know how to get along well with others. Play nice. And so letting the child, if it takes that child till he's 8 or 9 years old to learn how to play well with others, well, then I do believe that's very important. I do believe. You watch the show Iceland has no babies born with Down syndrome. Makes me sad. Why does that make you sad, Grace? No babies born with Down syndrome. I'm not catching as why that would make you sad. I have a granddaughter with Down syndrome. She is 9 years old now, and she doesn't speak. Very limited speech that she's got. Happy as a lark all the time. They abort them? Do you mean that they're required to do a test on them? See, when I had my last baby, I was 35 years old. He's now 33. They wanted me to have an amniocentesis test. And I said, okay, well, why do we need this test? And the doctor said that because of my age. He said because of your age, can then tell if the child is going to have a problem with the Down syndrome. I said, is there a way to fix that? He said, no, but you would then have the option to abort. I said, well, we don't need that test because there was no way. I needed an option to abort. And so sometimes I tell him no. I said I should have had you abort, but no, I don't really. I love that kid, but yeah. But apparently they require it. They require the test. Oh, I'm gaining viewers because I'm a movie star. Oh, thank you, Stacy. A movie star. I'm gonna have. Gosh, I made that one wrong. Maybe I'll get a star on that. What street is all them stars on? But Stacy, you're going to need a star too on that same street. Get our star put in the sidewalk where people can stomp on us. Nah, I don't want a star. I changed my mind. I don't want a star. You've been lurking and cleaning your mess. Now you want to go to bed. Oh, I was going to go to bed until I started cleaning. You're a cleanaholic, little girlfriend. Now I've learned about you. You're a cleanaholic. So, yeah, Stacy, she's always cleaning. Cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. You just watch Stacy's videos. She's always got the cleaning rag out. She cleans everything. Yeah. My goodness. Well, like I said, I have got a granddaughter with a Down syndrome. And, I've got her very first picture. She was born, Mama had a cesarean. So my son took a picture of her right when they pulled that baby out of Mama's tummy. My son took the picture. I got that picture in the other room where baby was pulled right out, and he took that picture right away as the baby sat on Mama's tummy. And that baby's got a halo around her head. That picture, it's a perfect halo. And yeah, she had some heart problems. She was in the hospital for quite some time after she was born because she had some other health problems. But now she has no health problems except, of course, she has Down syndrome. She takes one medication, and that's for her thyroid. And I guess that's very common in Down syndrome. And so, and she's beautiful, and she's loving, and she smiles, and she laughs, and she's just beautiful. I could not imagine this world without her. Gosh, look at there. Joan, Joan, triple O Joan, 007. No, Joan 000. Hi, Joan. Gosh, I'm seeing beautiful names that I haven't seen before. That makes me very happy. I might do one live a week in the mornings. Yes, our Downs kids are angels. That they are. They are angels. There was one young lady I knew that that was it was a sister of a girl that I worked with. And I thought that the girl was maybe 16 years old, something like that. And then one day her sister told me, she goes, no, she's 50. I says, you've got to be kidding. Her skin was perfect. Her, she, she would, she was so wonderful. And when her sister told me she was 50 years old, yeah, because she was going to be having a birthday. And I thought, and here, I thought she was like 16. No, she was 50. Could not believe it. Because they have no stress. They don't age. They just, it's wonderful. Which is, that's what they deserve. If they are doing a lifetime of Down syndrome, then they deserve. But, there's so many, even, we've had a few Down syndrome actors that, they don't have it real bad. They don't have a real bad case of it. I don't know how. Peyton looks 12 and she is 21. Wow, see? Yeah. Oh, Patricia Stubbs. Yes. Hi, sweetheart. I was just talking about our friends in Uganda, Patricia. Now, Patricia is the one that I was telling you, somebody that I was talking to, a lady that actually went to Uganda. And that was Patricia. And so after talking to Patricia, I said, yep, that's where I'm going to send my extras. That's it. Yes, God sent them to show us how to live. Yeah, there's my Patricia. So, but yeah, that gives you that feel good, I love that feeling when you are able to help somebody and not expect a flipping thing in return. Yep, that's it. That's what we do. So, Patricia, all I'm doing, I decided just at the spur of the moment to go live in the morning since I was up early. I just wasn't doing anything fancy except just making these tapes because while I was watching somebody else's live stream, I was gluing, I was decoupaging scrap papers to old file folders and scraps, paper. And So I said, well, you know what I'm going to do? Because a lot of people, I go on every Thursday night at 9 p.m. my time, Eastern time here in Florida. And a lot of people can't go on that time because they live on the other side of the river. You know, that big Atlantic River. And so I said, I'm going to go on early. I'm up early. I'm going to just go on. Although I'm not doing anything fancy schmancy. I'm just making these tags, finishing up the tags. I'm going to just go on and see. But I see how Lucinda Munger, you know what? I was just thinking about you the other day, and I thought, gosh, I haven't seen her name. I haven't seen you up about Lucinda, and I was thinking about your songs. Actually, when I was sitting out in my yard because I sit out in the yard with my dogs since I had to turn them into yard dogs, and well, they're not really yard dogs. They're porch dogs. I call them porch monkeys now because they live out on the porch. They was pooping in the house too much. But anyway, no, I was tripping over them. I have 4 dogs. I was tripping over them. And I tripped and hurt myself. And so I said, we got to do something different about these dogs underfoot all the time. But anyway, when I was sitting out in the yard, I sing to my dogs. You know, they don't tell me to, hey, shut up, nothing. So yeah, I sing to my dogs. And I was thinking about you. I was thinking about you, Lucinda, because I know you like to sing, and it made me think of Lucinda. I said, and I haven't seen her online for a while, so I was wondering how you were. That's good, Lucinda. I'll see that and that was it yesterday, day before yesterday, that I was sitting out in the yard. And I was thinking about, and you come across my mind, and that was just 2 days ago. Yeah, because I think everybody, so many of, uh, yes, you love to sing, and you are good. I've listened to your videos, and you are good. And but so many of the people that we meet online, we get to know so much about all of you. I don't know. Your granddaughter got married. Mine did too, Lucinda. My granddaughter just got married in July 27th. We went to Alabama to be at her wedding. Absolutely. And so mine did too. But we get to know each other so much. Something I could probably tell you something special about. Oh, she and her husband are there with you now, Lucinda? How's your health been? How is your health been? I know you were so ill there for a while. Gosh. Yep. Oh, but I think every one of you, I know something about each one of you that makes each one of you unique and special. I've learned from all of you people, all of you people, all of you, each and every one. Yes, that's good, Lucinda. I'm glad you're doing good. I am so glad that you're doing good. I know there was prayers going up for you for so long, and with that many prayers going up, how could you be anything but good? Yes, you are going to love being a grandma. I'm telling you, I have got 12 grandchildren, and I have 6 great grandchildren. And I'm telling you, the sun rises and sets in them grandbabies. They are, you love your children. You just love your children. But the love that comes for those grandbabies is just something different about it. You love them so much. I can't say so much more because it's not more, but it's definitely different. It's a special love that you have for those grandchildren. And then the great grandchildren, you hear you might need a bigger house. Well, hey, you know, oh, I bought a used scooter and then fell over in it. And you're okay. Oh my goodness, thank God you're okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see that I fell over a dog, and there's Tanya, and she's from down under as well. Yes, I tripped over a dog, one of my little dogs, because I have four little, they're miniature dachshunds. Well, the smallest one is 6 pounds. She still lives mostly in the house, but the other ones are bigger. They're like 12 pounds average, and but they are underfoot all the time. And I've come close to tripping over many times because they're right there under my feet because they think I'm going to drop a crumb. And so we had to make some changes. After I tripped over one, I kind of hurt myself. Not bad, but you know, it hurt. And we decided, yeah, we've got to do something different. So we have a very, well, it's like about a 10 by 20, the lanai, like a back porch. So we fixed that up. In fact, we had a futon in the living room, in what we call the living room, part of the dining room. And that was their bed anyway. They got up in there and they slept. We hardly ever sat on it. So that went out there. So they've got that. And it's just like dusties everywhere. Um, yeah, so we fixed up at that porch for them. And then they've got chain link, so a fence all the way around the house, so they can't get away. And but yeah, we evicted them. So now I spend a lot of time. I'll just go out there and sit with them because I know they come to the door and they cry. They want to come in, but they're getting used to being out there. And we got fans out there, so they, you know, although they're always under blankets when they're in the house. So yeah, so they're okay. You had pain last week, so you got a walking stick for bad days. You know what? You'd have to do, sometimes you have to do that. You have to get you something to help. So if you have to get a walking stick, get one. And my chicken are doing good, Lucinda. They're not laying as many eggs though. So we were getting a good 6 eggs a day, and now we get like 2 or 3 a day. So we're not getting as many eggs as we were. But yes, Gracie, I have a walker, I have a cane, and I have a wheelchair. There are some days that I don't have to use a wheelchair often. Not often at all, but I have it. And if we're going to go if we're going to go somewhere where we're going to be doing a lot of walking, I take the wheelchair and somebody pushes me. I don't like using that wheelchair though, but I do use it if I must. And then I have a walker, and I do now, like, I use the walker more. So if we're going to go like to the flea market or something, I'll take that walker because it also works as a like a wheelbarrow. So I put stuff in it, you know. So, and then, but if I'm only going to walk a short distance, I always take my walking stick because I have that, what do they call it, where you get like dizzy, lightheaded when you turn a corner. And so I always make sure I got that stick to lean on. Yep. So they even make walking sticks that kind of fold up like you can have like a chair, like a little chair. I have pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool to remember. Although I don't know if they make them to hold a big person. Yep. So you have somewhere to sit. Yep. and that's my walker is one with feet, and so that yeah, I have place to sit down if I need to sit down. And when you get up to this here, um, oh, you had a cane tip. You had a cane tip. Yep. So yeah, you got the dizziness band shows up unexpectedly. Yes, it does, artsy girl. Marilyn, yes, it does. What do they call that? I don't remember what they call it, but there's something that causes you, it's almost like a motion sickness. So when you turn too quickly or something, you get, yeah, mine has four prongs on it. So, but you can get, it's like a motion sickness that you can get. So if you turn too quickly or something, that vertigo, that's what I was trying to say, vertigo. And so that's what my doctor says. I've got that vertigo, but I don't have to be on any medicine. But he said that if it gets bad, just use a over-the-counter motion sickness kind of pill, and that would help. And so, but it's not really bad because it just comes real quick and goes, come and go. It doesn't. It's like it doesn't stay there with me a couple of seconds, but in a couple of seconds you can absolutely get unbalanced. Yes, Marilyn, you can lose your balance and you can hurt yourself quite easily. So you must be careful. You must be careful. And if you have to use a cane, use a cane. Oh, Benadryl helps. Yeah, I don't think I can. See, I've got this other issue with blood clotting. So I take Coumadin for my blood. And when you're on the Coumadin, there is so little. You have to be so careful about what you take. And I think Benadryl is, oh, Tanya, that he has vertigo and takes 3 days to recover. See, so he's got it bad. No, mine is not. Mine is not like that. It'll cause me to get dizzy-ish, kind of lightheaded, and just almost everything turns white. But I can't. It's in within seconds. I'm fine again. But see, just the worry that you could fall in those few seconds. You got to be really, really careful. I told my husband part of my hoarding, if you want to call it, my collecting. It's really because I always got something to hang on to. I get vertigo when I get dehydrated, so my remedy is to make a fruit protein shake with ice and coconut water, and and voila, no vertigo. The remedy for me is coconut water. That's amazing because I have heard about coconut being so good for a lot of things. Oh, Gracie, you get pain and get clumsy. Yeah, I have the fibromyalgia as well, and that can cause a lot of pain. Oh my goodness, Jane, you've had a hip replacement? You're just a little kid. How come? Plaquenil while you had your hip replacement. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's vertical exercises, Marilyn? Yeah, fibromyalgia is not fun. Oh, good night noise. That hurts. It hurts. And the sad thing, well, the way for me anyway, is my fibromyalgia pain is usually worse after I go to bed. Oh, you had a motorcycle accident, Jane, in 2009. Oh, and you had to have a hip. So is that when when you had your hip replacement was in '09? Oh, I don't know that. Them motorcycles, I watched people riding on them motorcycles. We've had so many motorcycle accidents down around this area. Sometimes it's the cycler at fault. Sometimes it's the people not seeing them. It's so sad. Oh, you broke 8 ribs broke and a lacerated liver. Wow. You, Janie, must have, you are lucky to be alive. Lord mercy, girl. I am in Florida, if you're asking me. I am a Floridian. Lucky you're on a side road. My goodness. Mm, that had to hurt. I bet you said this is going to feel so good when it quits hurting. Yeah, Betty. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm glad that you lived to tell about it. No one was home and I had to get my cell phone out and call. Was it just you? Somebody hit you or you tree jumped out in front of you or something that there was nobody else? Archie girl, you lived in Tampa to teach. Okay, we're about 30 minutes north of Tampa. Hubby has an auntie in Florida. Oh, they didn't like your humor? Well, that's weird. I said I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh, you went straight and you hit a curb and went flying. Hmm. You was trying to be like the flying nun. That had to hurt, yeah. Golly. Mm. Do you still ride motorcycle? Do you still get on the motorcycle, Janie? Tried not to get scared. Nope. Yeah, I'd be off the motorcycle. I'd have been retired from motorcycle riding. I retired before I ever started on a motorcycle. Not a motorcycle person. Yeah, your name's Janie, not Sally. Ride, Sally, ride. No, don't be riding. You'll be done with that. We can stand up here and get these off the clothesline. On my clothesline, my papers hanging. Oops. Ooh. I almost have to just fall back into my chair. But oh, I have one there too. I must have did a lot of these. You have a Mustang? You I think I could have guessed that you would have a Mustang for some reason. And I don't even know why. I think I have I think I'm psychic. Because I would if I would have had to guess what kind of car you had, Jane, I would have guessed a Mustang. Mustang Sally. Get this straight here. Oh, hubby has a 1987 soft-tail cruiser Harley from US. Oh my gosh, I bet that is awesome. You know, we have down south of us just a little ways. We have a lot of like motorcycle shows and stuff, and I love going to look. I don't ever want to ride one. Don't want to ride one, but I think they're beautiful. Same thing with horses. I have never rode a horse, but I love horses. And the lady across the street, she has two horses, and I'll just go over there and bring them an apple, and just go pet them and talk to them. One of her horses is named Margaret, and I love Margaret the best. I just bought it and wrecked before I even went out of. Really? You wrecked it before you was even out on the main road, and you had just bought it? Oh, what sign am I? I am Scorpio. But I'm actually, my birthday is the 23rd of October, so I'm right on the cusp. And sometimes, if I'm reading when I'm reading the horoscopes like in a newspaper or something, sometimes it'll list me as a Libra because I am right there on that cusp. So I claim Scorpio. Not a scratch. They gave me almost all my money back in insurance and all the gear too. Wow. And you're a Libra. What is your birthday? So you're in September, beginning of October. Jamie, when's your birthday? And you're a Pisces, Tanya. Oh, October 19th. So we're only 4 days apart. Yeah. Of course, I'm the elder one, though. And Dai is a Scorpio. When is your birthday, Dai? Me and you are both Scorpios. October 29th. Water sign, empathetic, kind, and sensitive. And Lucinda, you're Scorpio you're Scorpio MMMOV16. If it's the 16th of October, that's one of my daughter's birthdays is the 16th of October. Nicole's a Capricorn. Jane's hubby is a Scorpio. November 2nd. Pisces. My husband's a Pisces. Oh, November 26th, you'll be married 38 years. He's put up with you that long, huh, Jane? That's good. You should get an award. No, he should get it. Somebody needs an award. That's a lot of years. I love long, happy marriages. And he's a Cancer. You know what I've been studying on lately is you get the reward. Yeah. What I've been studying on lately is my daughter gave me this necklace. You see it? It's the Tree of Life. But it's got it has all of these stones in there. And she told me that the stones represent my oh God, where'd that word go? These things on top of your head, in your third eye, and in your throat, and in your chakra. Chakra. She says, I have to have my chakras in balance. And this here necklace, these here stones in the Tree of Life, that help my chakras stay in balance. So now yes, chakras, thank you, darling. And so now I've been like studying to try to learn about, okay, 4.5, to learn about these chakras. So Oh, yeah, a charm bracelet to have a charm for each grandbaby. Maybe one day. That would be really nice. They have those, what are those bracelets? My daughter-in-law has a bracelet that she's got a lot of charms on it, and they call them something. Hi, Joey. There's my little Joey. Now you live across the Atlantic River too, don't you? Now where is it you live, Joey? I know you live over there somewhere too, somewhere in outer space. Well, maybe it's not outer space, but yes, a Pandora. That's it, Di Di. A Pandora bracelet. And oh, you want the old fashioned kind. Yes. But the Pandora bracelet, but I'd love to have one, but I don't think they make them big enough for my wrist. Because see, I have got, my wrist is like extra large size. Oh, YouTube has great chakra balancing videos. I have to watch. Because I want to learn now, since she gives me this this here necklace I've just gotten very interested in. Oh, it's raining in England. And then I also, she gave me this. Now this I'm not, these are um chakra wisdom oracle cards. Now, I've been reading up on them a little bit too. There's a book that's very interesting in here, and then it's got cards. I don't know how exactly to use them, but I will learn. I'll figure it out. Do they make a bigger one, April? That's interesting because I would love to have one, and I know they're expensive, but and I am really not into jewelry. I don't wear a lot. This is a chain, I just wrapped it around and got this old leather thing that says believe on it, but I like that it says believe. And I'm not really into a lot of jewelry. I got a few rings on here, but I don't have a lot of rings because I wear a size like 13 ring. I got, because my fingers are huge. And but yeah, I think I'd like to get, I'll have to look. They're expensive. I know they're expensive, but they, like my daughter-in-laws are it's like brand new. I mean, it's just, they last like forever. And so, and then each one of her charms that she's got on there has a story behind it. And so, one day I think I would like to get one, but I have to get one to fit my wrist. Because I'd like to have a watch, a lady's watch, but only, oh, they have necklaces too. Oh, I can shuffle. Okay, Marilyn, I gotta get with you. We can, um, you can shuffle and pick one each day and read the page in that book, in the book for the card. I will do that. That sounds simple enough. Oh, they would make a Pandora too. Yeah, this is very sharp. This is a sharp Modunker right here. Modunker. I don't know if that's a real word, but my husband uses it anyway. Do any of you order from Shop Missa? I've not heard of that. Oh, Johanna, did you watch that movie? That was me and Jeffrey. We were arting together. Almost everything is $1. Wow. My third cousin is here for school. He's from Norway. Never met him. Going out to lunch with him and daughter for lunch. Now I need to go to bed. Okay, Jane. Yes, you need to go to bed. Let's see. It's like 5:30 at your house, maybe. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. Meet your third cousin from Norway. I'm 1/4 Norwegian. Love you, Jamie. Have a good time. Yeah, I'm 1/4 Norwegian. 1/4 Norwegian, 1/4 Polish, and half finished. Oh, 3:30. Jamie, where are you? California? No, you must be in the mountains. Across from the expo. Yeah, I know where you are. I just don't remember. Night, Jane, Jane. My little Janie. So, you're part Polish too, Lucinda? Yep. Um, I am 1/4 because my mama was Polish and Norwegian. Um, and my dad was Finnish. So he always told me I was half finished. You think she's in Oregon? Oregon. I always want to say Oregon, and then I get told, no, it's Oregon. Well, then if it's Oregon, then it should be I-N, not O-N. Your husband is Polish, Tanya. Yeah, so I am really Scandinavian Polish. I am. Yep. Yep. Half finished. Yeah. I'm proud of my heritage. I love pierogies. I do. I love pierogies. Now that you just said that, I just now I know I want pierogies right now, right this very minute. I haven't had any for a while. Arizona, that's right. I knew that. I knew you were in Arizona. Good grief. My memory is like a sieve, I tell you. Everything just kind of floats back out the bottom. I knew you were in Arizona. Yup. My son is over there in Arizona somewhere. He's in the northern part of Arizona, right in the middle of a desert. Right in the middle of a desert. Love House of Finland food. Um, I love Finnish baking, especially Finnish breads. Um, they use a lot of cardamom in baking. So, like their sweet rolls, their breads, everything, a lot of cardamom. And I love the smell. I mean, they just remind me so much of my grandma. The smell of cardamom was always in my grandma's house because she was always baking. And she used cardamom and everything. And so and that's where I loved going to church with my grandma because after always after church, people, all the church members would go down to the church basement, and all the ladies, all the grandmas, all the ladies would bring in their baked goods, and we'd have coffee leva bread, um, and coffee, and then milk. Oh, you have a cardamom bakery. Wow, that's amazing. That is so good to hear. And so, gosh, I need to bake some more Finnish baking. But my grandma was always the one to bring the milk to the eat-ins we had in the basement, and which would be an 8-gallon can of milk because we had a dairy farm. And so on Sunday, there would go an 8-gallon can of milk down to the church. So after church, the children the children would drink milk, and then the adults would drink a little coffee in their milk. Yes, a little coffee in their milk, and we'd eat all that homemade stuff. Oh, jeez, that's why I got in the habit of eating. That's why I'm now a little hefty. Pierogies. Oh my gosh! Now you know what? I'm gonna do pierogies. I wonder if you got some frozen ones, or do I have to make my own? I'm getting pretty lazy. So, wait, you know, it's more fun doing this monotonous stuff when you have somebody to talk to. We bake our own bread now. Makes the house smell amazing. That's right. Um, when you bake your own products, your own bread and stuff. And I used to bake all my own when I was young and tender, when I was raising a family. I've gotten pretty lazy in my old age. Pretty lazy in my old age. But it's all good. I don't need to eat all baked stuff anyway. But I get in the mood. Like I get in the mood for doing stuff like last night I had a soup for dinner, which I canned 2 years ago. It was still good, and I'm not dead this morning, so it was still good. But yeah, I love to do all of the canning, and I do dehydrating and baking, but I just don't do it like I used to because now it's just like me and the hamster. But I did tell him that last night I do want to make like a huge pot of soup and can it because it's easier to just open a jar, and have homemade soup rather than to make it every time you want it. So, and since I have the jars and the pressure canner and stuff, I might as well. I'm glad to. It's lovely being with all of you girls. Oh my goodness. Oh, she has a job working with autistic children. Ooh, how heartwarming that is. That would be. Let's see. I just think working with any disability would be just so heartwarming. I worked with when I was working, I worked with the elderly with Alzheimer's and other related dementias, and I loved it. I loved working with them. You were my family. I miss working really. Oh, and there's Bootsy. Hi, how are you? Yeah, don't watch the depressing morning news. Oh, good grief. No, we were just talking about we want world peace. We're trying to figure out how we can do it. World peace. The depressing morning news is horrible. Yeah, so you were teaching special ed teachers. Wow, Marilyn, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. I just, I have got only such respect for teachers, period, because well, one of my daughters is a teacher. She teaches reading to high schoolers that speak another language. And so we have a lot of Spanish speaking. We had here in Florida, we have a Mod Podge of so many different nationalities. And so that's what she does. She's got like a master's degree in something. And that's what she teaches. She teaches those with, reading. But, and I know a couple of teachers. Okay, you have a good day, Jeannie. You have a really, really good day. I know it's going to be awesome to meet your third cousin. That's right, Lucinda. Put grandmas in charge of the government. We'd straighten the country out, probably the whole entire world. That's right. Yep. And oh, Bootsy, you're a retired elementary principal. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for what you've done. Oh my word. Joey, I'm making all of these tags because I'm making up kits that I'm going to put in kits that I'm putting in my Etsy store. Now I know all of you can make your own stuff like that, but I'm making kits for people buy my things that just don't want to do it themselves. And the kits that I'm making are going to have tags and envelopes and embellishments, mainly for junk journals. That's why this is like a patchwork kind of a tag. And oh wow, Marilyn, you worked with English ASCA, second language learning disabled students during 9/11. Wow. What a job. Holy smoke. I just can't imagine how you do that. And even like my daughter, she doesn't speak that much of any other language other than English, but she teaches. So, but these kits that I will be selling, which hopefully within the next 2 days I'll have them listed. They are bought. The stuff that I sell is mostly like I have a box that I have listed now on Etsy that I sell. I've sold quite a few boxes of nothing but junk journal stuff. And then I have a grab bag of lace scraps that people buy. I sold a lot of the lace scraps for people that do junk journals and they don't have they're not collectors like a lot of us are, but they want the things. And so I sell the box that is full of junk journaling ephemera that to make your own stuff, just in that. And then these are going to be kits of finished envelopes, pockets, tags, embellishments, paperclip thingies, and kind of things is what's going to be in this collection. I guess I should put that down there before I put my arm in it. And so, and everyone will be different. Everyone will be different. Just like my boxes are different, my grab bags of lace are always different, but the lace pieces are always, like a foot long or less. They're small pieces, but I always actually stuff in a few pieces that are longer. But I keep those listed all the time, and I've sold quite a few of those. And I keep my boxes listed all the time. Of the junk journal stuff, those. And then these I want to keep listed up. That's the kind of stuff I want to keep listed all the time, because I can just keep making it and remaking it, and then and then the profit that I do make from it, it really helps out me and Papa. It really does. Me and the hubster, I mean, we have enough. Don't we have always got enough? But having a little extra is just like we get to go eat at McDonald's. No, we don't like to go to McDonald's as much, but like the other day we went to Applebee's. Well, we didn't go to Applebee's. We ordered out from Applebee's, but that was nice. That was a treat. And I paid for that with my Etsy money. So it's little stuff like that that we have, the little extra. I'm trying to get over the scary part of starting. I get as far as the covers. Oh, just keep going. And if you make 20 covers, you got covers made. And so, but because it's the journey, it's not the destination. It is the journey. And so, and I get like easily distracted, or maybe I get bored. I don't know what it is. And I've got so many things going on at the same time. And so, and I don't ever get anything finished before I start something new. When I do get something finished, it's like I'm all amazed and stuff. You make real easy ones. Take a peek at my latest video. I can do it. You can do it. Yes. Yes. Look at her video. Look at Joey's video. Yes. And they are really that I have watched so many, and there's some that really go through a little bit too much work making their journals. Because they get that doggone ruler out and they got to measure everything to the eighth of an inch. And uh, yeah, and everything is perfect. I don't do that. I can't do that. I have made some of those like photo albums and stuff with all the fancy paper and the perfect, everything matches and it's all color coordinated and by all the paper packs and the embellishments. I went through that phase. Thank goodness it was only a phase I went through. Because for one thing, I made a journal using and it turned out beautiful. A photo album actually with a lot of flips and tucks and tags and pockets and whatnot. But I used all graphic 45 paper, and I had used just score tape to glue it in. I figured out the cost when I finished this album, what my cost was. And it was so extravagant that there was no way I could sell it and even make my money back because that stuff's so expensive. And then that's when I went to junk journals or, just simple journals that just art journals. And I love that. You can make one for very little money or no money if you're really you learn how you can use your cereal boxes for the covers and make really like here it is scraps of paper, just scraps of paper to make these tags and not much. And so and then when you're finished you figure what you've got in it. The time you have in it is the most valued thing because level 68, yep, that's where I'm at, level 68. And the time you have in them is the most value in it because, I mean, of course, they're valuable when you're done, but you don't put that much money into them. Like a lot of these tags right here, I used file folders for the backs, used file folders, and then I just decoupaged scrap paper. And I first started paper crafting. I was making those 12 by 12 albums, picture, scrapbooking. And so I had bought a lot of the paper packs, you know, that has like 180 sheets in a pack. And okay, bye-bye, Johanna. Have a good one. And so I still have a lot of that paper. And rather than, and it's not ugly paper, it's just something that I'll probably not use on anything. And so once you tear it all up to pieces and then just decoupage it onto the cards like this, and then let it dry overnight, and then cut them apart, and look at all them tags I have. I thought, Julian. Now this here paper, yesterday I was doing some paint pours. Well, I made a little video. I made a paint pours and a mess. So I took this black, it's like a heavy cardstock, and the paint that was left on the that poured off the edges of the canvas, I soaked it up with this here paper, this black paper, and then I just let it dry overnight. This is 8. Yeah. Okay, so I just let it dry overnight, and now here I am cutting it right in half. I'm just cutting it up, and I'm going to make tags out of that. That'll make nice tags, in my own humble opinion. Oops. Oopsie. I've been using magazines for journals to play with. That's right. Yeah, Lucinda, I remember you sent me, when you were at the rehabilitation place, you sent me an envelope full of your pages that you cut out of magazines while you were in there. You remember sending me those? You sent me a bunch of images you cut. You know that cutting sound? Yeah, I don't even hear it anymore. I just kind of block it out. So, see there, I touched that blade. That just barely scratched it, but you gotta be careful, Elizabeth. See how quickly I lose things? Oh, there. So, gosh. Yeah, I love going through magazines and cutting out images. Oh my goodness. And you can make such cute decoupage. Oh, what am I? Oh, now that word's gone. You can make collages. Gosh, geez. You can make some really neat collages just out of magazine images. I have one magazine that I made into like my collage journal that I paint the pages in the magazine. Well, I glued some pages together to make them heavier, and then I paint the pages, and then I collage little images on them, and it's so much fun. It's just, there's so much you can do without, I mean, like you say, just have a magazine, and you do not have to have all that fancy anything. Just buy yourself a jar of Elmer's glue, and there you go. Get you a magazine. Paper dolls, yes, love the paper dolls. And you can make I mean, and sometimes I like to, like, I'll go find a picture of a car advertisement and then stick a person in the car, or under the car or wherever. So many fun things you can do. Or you can to put a dog's head on a person or a person's head on a dog. You can just really get creative just with one little magazine. And so, and that's fun. That's fun. And that's what we need to do. It's fun. There's no measuring. There's no stress goes with it. It's just fun. And so, and I think that's if I were the kind that stuck to one project and stay till I was finished with it, I think I would get really bored. Because the longest I sit and do one thing is if I'm doing a video. Like right now, I've been sitting. What have I been on here 2 hours? I don't know how long I've been on here, but but chatting with you guys have. Oh, you're even cheaper than that. You get 2 for $1 at the Dollar Tree. There you go, Lucinda. Yep, 2 for $1. And right now, though, over at even Walmart, now that school has started, now they're marking their school price way down because they have to have space to put up all of their Christmas stuff. So now the school supplies are getting marked way down. So now's the time to go and stock up on your glue and stuff. And the other day, the composition books were 50 cents, and which they're normally very cheap anyway, 88 cents, I think, but they were only 50 cents. And yeah, now's the time to go and get your school supplies because they want to clear those shelves off. They got to get that Christmas stuff up now. They got to get the Christmas stuff up on the shelves. So they got to empty those shelves. So, ooh, little Rhonda Lee. That looks like a little Rhonda Lee. Yeah, that's all I'm doing is making these tags. And that's all we're doing. And I've here made probably 100. But they're going in kits. And they're fun. All different kinds. So if any of you do buy a kit, they'll all be different. Everything's different. Nothing matches. But I know you all probably all make your own, which is cool. Because y'all's cool. You all be cool. Yeah. Yes, you raid the recycle can. Yes. My goodness. Let's see. These ones here, like I said, these ones, when I was doing this is black cardstock. And when I was doing my paint pours, this was the paint that dripped on underneath onto the counter. And I sopped it up with paper. And that's what I'm making those texts out of. So yeah, we never let anything go to waste. Yep, nothing goes to waste. So now, like these ones, I'll probably, yeah, I don't know. Some of the tags I will do more embellishing on them. Some of them I might leave just like this. But yes, most everything that I do is recycled. Rhonda, where are you from? Lil Ron Delay, where are you from? I know my dada, she's from New Zealand. Yeah, I always like to know where everybody's from. Oh, Lil Rondalee's in Southern California. There's a lot of people, California girls. A lot of California girls. I just assume everybody in California does nothing but drive around with a car with a surfboard on the roof. Junction City, Oregon. San Diego. Maryland is in San Diego, California. Australia is Janet Burton. And Lucinda's sister lives in Paris, California. Yeah, I'm always interested. Where do you live? Gosh, I must have did a lot of pages last night. I did a lot of these pages last night. Asheboro, North Carolina. That's where Julie McCoy lives. Asheboro, North Carolina. And I am in Spring Hill, Florida. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida. And I have lived in this same spot for 44 years. 44? Yeah, 44 years, because I live, Crafted Seasons is in England. Yes, we moved onto this property in August of 74. 84, 94, 1, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep, so 44 years. I had to count on my fingers. It's a good thing I learned to count on my fingers because I have to use them fingers a lot to remember. Lucinda's originally from St. Joseph, Missouri. I was originated in Minnesota. I was born in Minnesota and in Cloquet, Minnesota is where I was born. But I've been in Florida since I was 14 years old. That's when they hauled me kicking and screaming away from my farm. But yeah, Minnesota. I still call it my home, even though I've been in Florida most of my life. Yep, 44 years on this very same property. I raised my kids here. We built a house. We first moved into a mobile home on the property, and then 20 years later, when we wore out the mobile home, we built a house. Now I've been in the house for 24 years. And it was weird because, and we didn't plan it or anything, but we moved onto the property on August 20th of 1974. Exactly 20 years later, 1994, August the 20th, we moved into this house. The house was finished. And it just worked out that way, that it was exactly 20 years to the day. And so we moved a whole 20 feet to the north and then took the mobile on out of here. But yeah, kids all grew up on this here property. We have two and a half acres, which we used to have a lot of farm animals when the kids were little, when the kids were growing up, but we don't anymore. Now we've got 2.5 acre yard, which looks real pretty now. My daughter has been working so hard to get everything because she wants it to be beautiful. I thought it looked just fine being a jungle, but boy, has she worked her butt off out there. It looks very pretty. So yeah, 2.5 acres of yard. But I don't think I could ever leave this place. Our roots grow deep here. I'd need about 4 giant moving vans to move all my stuff. So yeah, we're not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. 4.25. We'll be here till the cows come home. But keeping up a yard is, I didn't cut that in half. It's a lot of work, but it is worth it. Well, we do have, like, we have blueberries that we keep going, and then we've got our chickens in the backyard. Oh, you lived in Fort Lauderdale 65 when the Hurricane Betsy destroyed that area. Yeah. Spring Hill and Newport Richey. I grew up in Newport Richey. That's where I went to school. That's where I graduated. Newport Richey. And that is only, what, 20 minutes? About 20 minutes from here. Yeah, Newport Richey. That's where when we moved to Florida, that's where we moved to, was Florida. We moved to Florida, Newport Richey. And Spring Hill is just Newport Richey in Pasco County, and Spring Hill in Hernando County, which is the county north of Newport Richey. Have you been to Newport Richey, Marilyn? I think you already answered that question. I can't move because of all my fabric trims and such. I hear that one, Bootsy. That's me too. I can't. I got too much stuff here. I have too much stuff. It would take a lot of moving vans to move this. Okay, now I didn't go to elementary school. I was still in Minnesota, but then when I went to middle school, or they called it junior high, I was in Gulf Junior High, and then Gulf High School is where I graduated in Newport Richey. You taught where? At the junior high school? I know the grammar school, the elementary school that was there at the time was Ritchie Elementary. Now they have God knows how many schools because it's grown so much. Where did you teach, Marilyn? At the elementary school? Probably Ritchie Elementary then. I know when I was, I think that was the only elementary school at way back then. Now there's like a jillion elementary schools because there's a jillion kids. Well, they don't have it. Oh, Seven Springs. Okay, Seven Springs Elementary. Okay, that is more like an Elfers area, isn't it? Near Elfers? Yeah, off of 52, 54. Yeah, Seven Springs. Okay, that was a little, that one came in real soon after we moved to Florida. Seven Springs was not even a figment of anybody's imagination when we first. See, it's a very small world. Yep. Oh, you never lived more than 10 miles from your childhood home. Wow, Bootsy. So you have roots in your area. Yep. Yeah, I hear the airplane. When I watch your videos when you're outside, Bootsy, I hear your airplanes going above. I love that sound of the airplanes. Well, it's time for Med New Zealand. So good night, all. Okay, so well, I'm gonna come on early every once in a while. I was thinking about making one scheduled day a week that I come on early morning, and just so I can see my friends that usually have to stay up. I mean, that usually are sleeping when I do my weekly live stream. Yep. It's funny where I grew up in Newport Richey is now my parents sold their home there to because people the the they the whole area is turned into like a medical area, a lot of doctor offices and things, and they wanted my parents property just for a parking lot, so they sold their property for to the doctors. And sometimes now I will get to the hubster to just stop by there and just go park in the parking lot so I can just be in that same area, just for a little feel good thing. And because there's still like some of the trees that were in the way back are still there, and so I can just look at the tree and remember climbing it. Yes, Tanya, I think I'm going to try that. But what I'll do is I'll schedule a certain day that I do it so it'll be the same time every week. I like, there's a lot of people that do a lot of live streams, but I miss a lot of them. A lot of times I don't get the notifications or something, even though I've put in to have notified, I don't get them. And and um and I like the people who have scheduled live streams. Those are the ones that I get to watch more because then I've got little notes written. And so, but I know a lot of people can't schedule a live stream. So then I depend on, I'll go check on my page to see if anybody's live streaming, or I will wait for a notification, but I don't, like I say, we don't always get the notifications. But like for instance, I know now that Stacy does her mixed media mashups on Wednesdays, and so I know Wednesday evening I will catch her, and so and I just do my evening once a week on Thursday nights, I do my live stream, but I want to do one morning, I think. So I have to figure out which morning that would be that I'll do that. And so what I would do then is just go to bed early the night before, have everything ready that I'm going to do, and just that way I'll be awake early in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. That would be me. You sure miss Craft Mamas? Is that Shelley's? I haven't seen her in a while. I wonder if I haven't seen her because she's not. I don't think so, Julie. I don't think there's any hurricanes heading our way, but I hope not. But then we don't watch the news. So we had a tropical storm in the Gulf like last week. I didn't know that. Somebody from Michigan told me. Oh, my son. My son called me. Are you all getting any effect from the tropical storm? I said, I didn't know there was a tropical storm. So I went online and looked, and sure enough, there was so so I checked, but no, we didn't have any effect from it. It's just nice cool breeze. Oh, she has family medical things with her daughter. Oh. Oh. Gosh, I gotta send her a little message. She's such a sweetheart, she is. And just let her know that I'm thinking about her. Oh. Yeah. So hi, Suzanne Freeman. Thank you for coming by. I just at the spur of the moment, I was sitting here doing these tags, and I said, well, I am just going to turn on my camera and see who's all up and around. And see who's up and around. And I see there's lots of people up and around. And that's good to see. That's good to see. It's good to know. And that makes me feel like I really want to do at least just one live stream a week in the mornings. I don't do a lot of live stream. I do videos on through the week and I post them. But for a live stream though, I only do that one. I think I'm gonna make it two. Diana, all I'm doing right now is making some patchwork tags. Last night I glued decoupaged all these scraps of paper onto file folders, mostly used file folders, and then they dried overnight, and now I'm just shaping them into tags. And I've made a few because I'm making kits. Okay, so it's Saturday evening there where you are, Tanya, in Australia. And Saturday evening here, it's Saturday morning, 7:15. So, and you're already way ahead of us. Yep, you all are. The early bird catches the worms, so you guys got the worms over there. Yep. That's funny how the time zones have us even on, we can be on different days even, the way the time zones are. That's that's funny. 4:15 where you are. 4:15 a.m. So you're 3 hours behind me then. So it makes it kind of hard to be, have the perfect time to do. Yes, Bootsy, do a live. Lives are really fun because you can interact with other people. When I was doing my live stream Thursday night, I was busy making my little box out of playing cards, but I was getting so many ideas from other people on what I could do with my little box and stuff that I wouldn't have even thought of. But when you're reading the chat, you can get all kind of ideas. We share each other's ideas, and especially when we get talking about recycling and stuff. So yeah, don't worry about getting up the nerve. Just do it. Just do it. And it's just if you just get on there and be yourself. Just be yourself. People are either gonna like you or they're gonna love you. And I know everybody would love you, Bootsy, because you just got one of them kind of personalities. That's why I said I feel like you're my brother. Because you've got a magnetic kind of personality. And I think everybody just falls in love with you right away. So you just don't be scared. Just go ahead and do it. And don't try and make it perfect. I know you're a electronic wizard and you've got all your cameras and adjustments and what. Just go on and be yourself. You don't have to edit anything or nothing. Once you say it, too bad. It's over. You're too late to edit it then anyway. But yeah, you should do it. Yeah, I gotta make more mods. I did have, well, I can't do it on the telephone. I can't. I'm gonna have to go through this, and I need to make some more mods. Oh, Care Hart, she's a mod. Hi, Care. Care's been to my house. You'll have to come back to my house again, Care. It's changing. It's ever changing. It's a little bit neater than it was the last time you were here. Not a lot, but a little. Yes, I had the privilege of having Carehart come to my house. That was almost like having, well, I was going to say the President of the United States, but it's like having the Queen. Having the Queen. I was so excited to have her come to my house. So next time, Care, you go up to see your brother, you just have to stop by again. I really do have a lot more stuff I could actually donate to your foundation. And I was thinking about that the other day that I've got so much, but it would be a lot to have to mail or ship. Oh, you silly girl. You're a silly girl. You're my silly girl, Care. Yes, tidying up is a bit overrated. But see what I did Bootsy? I was marathon watching these hoarding shows, and I said, "Who?" I could just see me right on the fence, right that I'm close to being a hoarder. But at least I do throughout the trash. Although sometimes I even throw too much of that out. like I was saying earlier, I last night I was doing some acrylic pours. I was playing with that. I'm not good at it, but I'm learning. And the day before, I had thrown away an aluminum pan that I thought I'll never use this. You know, it was one of them disposable ones, you know. But I had it. I kept it. And I never used it. I said, oh, we'll just throw that away. You know, it's like a heavy aluminum foil. And then last night when I got ready to do my pour, I said, oh, I wish I didn't throw that pan away because I could have used that for that pour. But now I threw it away. My hubs is super sick, but I will make my way up when I can get someone to keep an eye on him for a day. Oh, no, Care. I mean, he's super sick, like for super long time. Oh gosh, bless his heart. And you can't leave him by himself. Oh, wow. Well, I'm sending vibes and prayers for him and for you. Hi, Kathleen Elliott. Good morning. I just was sitting here making these tags, and I just thought, well, I'm gonna just turn on my camera. Because I looked on to see if there was anybody alive that I could watch while I was doing my tags. I was looking to see if I could find anybody live, and heart failure. No. How old is he? He couldn't be old unless you married your grandma. You're young, so he must be young. Oh, bless his heart. Mm, that's scary. Gosh, prayers are sent. 65. Yes, a young 65. Oh, bless his heart. Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave him alone either. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, when my late husband was still alive, I took care of him, and there was no going anywhere. I couldn't even leave him with somebody else because I had to take care of him, and I couldn't expect anybody else to do what I was doing. And but you do it. You do it. Love makes you do things that you sometimes think there would have been no way. But I am glad I took care. My bracelet on this one, believe. That's my believe bracelet, and this is just a chain I got wrapped around 100 times. Thank you, Diana. Yup, just believe. There is nothing to fix. We learned that in that last week. Oh. I have, they have got me diagnosed with congestive heart failure, but I've been diagnosed with this for like, gosh, 6 years. And so, but I, other, other than that, my heart is fine. But I have a good, strong heart, but I'm still in congestive heart failure, which he said it only means that my heart is taking a swim. And so I got to be careful. I take like water pills and blood pressure pills and stuff, and it's all under control. But there is nothing like I don't have a broken. Nothing's broken in there. It's just that congestive heart failure. It makes my feet swell up sometimes horribly. But that's okay because I don't mind getting in that bed and taking me a nap, and stuff. So it in congestive heart failure it's scary. It sounds sounds scarier than it is. But oh, you have a blockage, Johanna? Oh my goodness. Your hubby had a double bypass. My sister-in-law just had a four-way bypass. I'm telling you. And she didn't even know she had any problem. She didn't even know she had a problem. I mean, they found her blockages and they were chomping on her like a couple days later. She was lucky that they found it when they did. My goodness. Yes, believe. It's a very important word. It's a very important word, believe. I like to use that word a lot on my tags and my embellishments and stuff. 90%. Your blockage is 90%, Johanna? Are you going to have surgery on that blockage? Can they do that? That does not sound very healthy at all. Yeah, I have no blockages. I am, blessed for that. 90%, Johanna. That is, how are you even still like with us? That's terrible. Well, I hope they can fix it. Yeah, see for mine, I take a two blood pressure medicines. I also take my cholesterol medicine, and then I also take the water pill, and so that pretty much has everything in. And so, like I say, it was 6 years ago that I had that diagnosis. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Hi, Azur. Now, Azur's like a neighbor of mine. She lives just a couple towns north of me. She's not far at all. They said it was on a bend, so 6 doctors decided to leave it alone and treat it with meds. Oh, good night, Tanya. I love you so much, and thanks for hanging with us. Thank you so much. You have a good sleep. I'll probably go take a nap after I leave here, because that's how I roll. Sybil, I didn't even see Sybil in here. Oh, Sybil, I didn't even see you. I didn't say hello or anything. Oh, I feel terrible. Okay, Sybil, you have a good day, Sybil. Love you to pieces. My goodness sakes. Okay, because the blockage is on a bend. Isn't that usually when they do a bypass? Yes, I went to bed. I just got up early. I just got up really early. So, yes, Sybil, you take care. Know that you are loved. I have a lot of Sybil memories in my house. Bless her heart. She has spoiled me with her beautiful things. Stacy, my love. Hi, Stacy Ward. It's just so good to see all of you this morning. I don't think I'm going to be on much longer because my legs is going to sleep. And I think I have made a lot of tags here. I still have, oh yeah, I still have a few pages to cut up. But see, I just, I just decoupaged and put the scrap papers on to these file folders. Now I'm cutting them apart to, okay, that's the last file folder one. And then these ones I'm cutting apart. These are just painty papers that I picked up. Ew, that one's stuck. Well, I put them together too quickly. These are painty papers where I just picked up pages from my paint pours last night. And so, but then these make really pretty tags, just patchwork kind of tags. But gosh, I've put together a lot of them this morning and got them ready to go. So they will be part of my bags. They're not in my Etsy store yet, but I think when I get a package made up with everything, because I got it all scattered in different boxes right now. When I get them, I need to put these under books or in my book press or something and get them all flattened out because they're all curly. They are curly, but they'll flatten out. And hi, Alonia. Ilona Brown. Hi, sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Why are we saying sorry to Ilona? Okay, I missed something, I guess. I'm out in the boons of Idaho helping with a huge motorcycle race. We have like 75 or more thousand people, Stacy. Oh my gosh. Um, Stacy, I love to go to motorcycle shows. I do not drive motorcycles. I do not ride them, but I love them. I love to look at them. And we can, or well, they used to have like a regular, well, they do still at Daytona Beach where they have these motorcycle gatherings. But they used to at the St. Pete Pier. They used to have one on the pier, and all these motorcycles would get there. And then at one time, at a certain time, every like every hour maybe or every 2 hours, they everybody would crank up their motorcycles and just rev them up, just rev them. My gosh, it would be so loud in the whole pier. It's no wonder the piers didn't go in the water because the whole pier would just shake. Yeah, NASCAR Daytona, and it would be so loud, but the sound was just amazing to hear hundreds of motorcycles and most of them like big Harleys, and they just get up and rev their engines all at the same time. I just thought it was the neatest thing. I mean, a lot of people put in their earplugs for it, but hey, my ears could handle it. And so, yeah, that was always fun. I am doing fine. Thank you, Miss Brown. I'm doing fine. I am doing fine. I woke up on this side of the dirt again, so I found that you have dirt bike competitions there. Okay. A lot of bikers. Yeah, down here we have a lot of Harley people. And it's kind of funny because a lot of the Harley people are elderly, like, because we have a lot of Harley people around here that are, from the 60s, that kind of age. And so they got the nicest, prettiest gray hair and gray beards and gray stuff growing on them. So we got a lot of, it's amazing. A lot of those, the elderly people, especially, I guess they're not elderly. They're my hippies. There you go, hippies. That's it, hippies. A lot of them have them gold wings, and some of them with them three wheelers. Man, they're nice bikes. You just can walk through there and just, yep, old hip. Gosh, you've got to love them. Yeah, you gotta love the old hippies. This is a lot of tags right here. A lot of tags. And see, they don't have to be any particular size. Just these are all different. These are all gonna go into pockets and stuff. That fuzz up there, not pretty. My hubby has a Harley. I used to, but you sold your hog. I'm not elderly. We'll never admit to it anyway. Yeah, we're not elderly. No, 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 no. See, that was a bad word on my part. I regret that statement for sure. Now, some of us are getting to a higher level in this game of life, but to be elderly, you have to be 97 or older. Yeah, that's the new rule. But it is amazing how grandmas used to look like grandmas. There was an image that you had in your mind as what a grandma is supposed to look like, and that's what grandmas look like. Nowadays, you can see a grandma and her granddaughter together, and you think they're sisters. And so, because we don't have to look like a grandma. Now that's why I keep my hair purple or something. I don't want to be old. Yeah, you have to earn your levels. That's right. Yeah, you earn your levels. I've earned mine, let me tell you. I've earned my levels. That's when I say, when my kids get ready to go home after they're here for a few hours, I say, oh, thank God they go to their own home. You have shoes older than most. Oh my goodness sakes. I've never been a big shoe person either. There's like my daughter, my one daughter. Anyway, I bet she's got 100 pair of shoes in the closet because she's just thinks she needs them. I guess I don't know why she's got all these shoes. I guess she just thinks needs them. But I've never been a big shoe kind of a person. I am such. Do you see this here? Looks like cord. Do you know what this is? I tore this off of the edge of a bath towel because I use bath towels till they just nothing but holes, and the edging was coming off, so I just tore it all the way off, and that's what it was right there. I just tore it off. Well, I'm gonna just take that and wrap it around these cards. These look at tags. It's a lot of tags. I'm just gonna wrap this around there. And just leave that wrapped around there, and then I tore that off that towel and then just throwed it in my bag of scraps. So I'm just going to tie it on here, this piece, and then that'll kind of flatten. I'll just leave that out like that, and that'll kind of flatten those out. The only problem I find is the levels are getting nearer and nearer. Nearer to what? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like levels in a video game. We all still have a lot of videos, a lot of levels to go. Like I figure, I figure I'm making my video game is going to go to 100 levels, to level 100. And look at that. Look at them takes. Isn't that pretty? So I got them all together. So that should flatten them some. But yeah, I'm at level 68, and I got levels to go. I got quite a few levels to go. I got still things to do, people to see, places to go. Yeah. So you know what, you guys? I got a fly in here. How'd that fly get in here? Well, dang. Well, dang it. Okay. Yeah, my next level is coming up next month. Then I get to go to level 69. I'm so excited. I get to a higher level. Yeah, that'll be next month. Once you hit 50, you start counting backwards in birthdays. By the time you hit 100 and in a diaper, you won't care or feel bad about it anymore. That is sort of true. That is sort of true. Yeah. Uh-huh. You kind of go back to where you started. You do that, Azure. You do kind of just start going back. Yeah. Okay. You know what, ladies and gent? I think there's one gent in here that I know of. Yes, a recycled teenager. That's what we are. We can tell them teenagers something because we've done been there. We done been there. We done that. We lived through it. So yeah, we could teach them something. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut down my little camera for now. I don't know how. Oh, look at that. I got 40 viewers. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So far, level 71 has been the best of the last few. Never look back. Yes, I'm telling you, every year actually it gets better, and you got all the memories to look back on. Some of them good, some of them bad, but everyone we have learned something from. That's what got us to where we are today. Okay, Karis, thank you so much for stopping by. Oh my gosh, it's just so good to see all of you. And this is Saturday morning. I might try next Saturday morning and see how Saturday mornings go. I might make it that I do Saturday mornings. And so, yeah, hindsight is 2020. So that's what I'm going to do is for Saturday mornings, whatever day that is in your neck of the woods. So if I get on like 3 o'clock Saturday morning, then those on the other side of the Atlantic River, I'll have to work on exactly what time I might make it. But I think I'm going to do it my time Saturday mornings. So I'm going to just a second. I'm looking into my mess here. Oh, here's my new cards. I'm going to read 3 cards. These are my new ones. These ones are the I Can Do It cards by Louise Hay. I can do it. All right. The other ones are positive affirmations. These are the I Can Do It written by the same lady. I am a radiant being, enjoying life to the fullest. My life gets more fabulous every day. I look forward to what each new hour brings. That's very good. This one says, I move through life knowing that I am safe, divinely protected, and guided. On the back of that one, it says, my consciousness is filled with healthy, positive, loving thoughts that reflect themselves in my experience. And the third card says, my good comes from everywhere and everyone. I release all resistance to money, and I now allow it to flow joyously into my life. There you go. If you, there you go. Just take that as it says. Okay, I'll put those in the bottom of the box so that next time I'll pick out 3 new ones. And so I'm going to let you all go and know that I love you, know that I appreciate every one of you. And I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. And I'll see you on the next video. And remember, you can do it. God bless.